You got the alert on your phone, huh?
You started already?
Yeah, we live.
Okay.
Alright, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hebrew Israelites, GmsLouisianaSaints. Alright, coming back at you with another live lesson. But before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give infinite honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, El-Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, the ruler, teacher, and worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time, right? Now, in these last 6 of time, we know that Esau Edom is furthering his agenda of pushing in that Revelation 13:16 NWO, all right, Georgia Guidestones, but there's certain things that he's doing along the way that's beguiling the people, that's deceiving them, all right, in order to adopt his ways and conform to his new world order, man. His Revelation 13:16, man. All right, and we see the things, and the Most High says we're not ignorant of his devices, so we see the things ahead of time, man. Prophecy means to what? Say before, man. See before, predict before. All right, so that's what we're doing by giving our due diligence to Yahweh Shimei Shah, man. And notice and taking note of the plan of Esau. You got that.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2.
You get that word device now.
Verse 11, it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Right, and the reason that Satan is getting advantage of you so-called 2/3 of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes is because you are ignorant to his devices, man. All right, you don't know about his plans. You don't take heed and prescribe to the will of the Lord and our warnings, man. All right, our admonishments that we go out here and do week in and week out, man. You don't consider our efforts and our works to try to seek out the lost sheep of Israel, man. So it says, "For we are not ignorant of his devices." So we what? We abide in the shadow of the Almighty, man. We put on the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, and so on and so forth, man. To protect ourselves, grab Isaiah 33:6, to protect ourselves in these times, man. Because we take covering, but we want to have that covering being of the Most High, man. We don't want to be covered by the system of Esau and his system. We don't want no American covering, man. All right, because that's going to lead to you being caught up in that lake of fire. You got it, right?
All right, this is the word devices from 2 Corinthians 2:11.
Strong's G 3540, Naima.
All right, and it means a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose.
Right, we're not. The scriptures tell you that he doesn't go to sleep unless he does some wickedness. Grab that for me, out. He cannot rest basically unless he do a wickedness, man. He meditate upon wickedness on his bed, man. All right, and it says it's a what? Mental what? One more time, Salaki. Because we know the mindset of Esau, man. All right, we know that what he said in his heart. The scriptures tell you he said in his heart he will be like the Most High, man. So we know your mindset is contrary to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Your mindset is ruling over Israelites and having them with a yoke of iron around their neck as dead slaves and corporate slaves forever, man. Your mindset and your intention is not to let these people go, man. The scripture say he opened it, not the house of his prisoners. You can grab that in Isaiah 14 after that one, man. He opened not the house of his prisoners, man. All right? You got more on that devices? You got more.
Yeah, it says that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purposes.
Hey, read that second definition over again, bro.
All right, it says an evil purpose.
An evil purpose. This guy his whole agenda is for an evil purpose. All right? It's to do what, man? To try to obtain the birthright, which he's not going to get. Okay? So everything that this guy does is on the left-hand side with his divinations and his enchantments, you know, all the things that he's doing, especially with this jab. Especially with this jab, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what? I can bring out the picture real quick. This is Proverbs 12 and 10. It says, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel." So the tender mercies of the wicked is cruel. So this guy is pushing out this jab, you know, for it to be something to what stimulate the economy, make things go back to where it's supposed to. Basically portraying, a solution. But we know that the tender mercy, this will be his mercy. Like, this will be his, his devices, his wicked devices. We know that the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. All right? Because what? Anybody that get the jab, according to, the wisdom of this world, your scientists, your hypothesis is that these people that receive the jab, you only got 2 to 3 years left to live. The Lord willing, they ain't going to be in that bitch for this long.
Yeah, right now. Go ahead, man. You got more on that devices?
No, that's it.
You got that article about Sleepy Joe? Mm-hmm. And I got one back to you about when you grabbed it. It's Proverbs 4, and I'm going to start at 13. The point is at 16. Take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. That's right. And that instruction is the reason that the men of the Lord, through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, are not ignorant as Satan devices, man, because we're taking instructions. We're guiding ourselves in the way of life, all right? We're keeping thine eyes single. We're walking down that narrow way which leads to life, man. Not that broad way, because the broad way is leading people to take that jab. The broad way is leading people to are going to be chipped, man. And your right hand on your forehead, man. The broad way has you people believing in this society so much until the point where it's going to kill you, man. You will be destroyed behind America. You got more? You got the article? They got more on this too. It says, enter not in the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. And here's the point. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. And that's Esau Edom, man. They sleep not because what? It's always some type of policy they're running. That's why most of these laws and these contracts, these amendments, what's the other word I'm looking for? Sanctions and things of that nature, man. They get passed what 2, 3 in the morning, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. All right, when you jakes are literally sleep, man. All right, when you jakes are just out of it somewhere in la la land, man. But we report on these things because the scripture said, "I've set thee upon watchmen upon thy walls that shall neither hold peace nor day or night," man. So even to the smallest things, we're gonna pick at you, Esau. Even to when it comes down to the smallest things, man, we're gonna edify it through the scriptures.
We your accusers now, bitch.
Yep. It says, "For they eat the bread of wickedness," and this is Esau Edom, man. He eats the bread of wickedness, so he cannot sleep unless he's doing some type of mischief, man. Unless he's making his furtherance of his NWO, man. You tell him, man, you got say you had 50 million people jabbed. You tell him 50 million knocking on his door. Hey man, look, we got 50 million jabbed. How far along are we on the NWO? 50 million. I need 500 million. Come back, tell him 500 million is jabbed. 500 million. I need 50 billion. All right. He wants to just. The scripture said he enlarges himself himself and is as death, man, and can never keep it at home, man. He's not going to be satisfied until he calls it all, man, to receive that mark. It says, and drink the wine of violence. All right? But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more until the perfect day. And the men of the Lord from the apostles on down to the least of us are shining more and more until the perfect day, man. All right? The Lord is going to make it manifest who we are, who we truly are. The scripture say, praise ye the famous men. All right? We're going to be given that fame that day. But what comes fame comes a lot of responsibility, man. This is not just vain clout that you 2/3 niggas are seeking, man. This is the kingdom of heaven. This is integrity, righteousness. You got it.
This is Micah. You read that already? All right, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power. It is in the power of their hands. All right. Woe unto them that what? They work it. They devise iniquity and work evil.
Device.
It said devise. Mm-hmm. Devise iniquity upon their bed. They work evil. So like they devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. It says because it is in their power, the power of their hands. Because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right, and so is the city, so is the people. So he gonna rule. He ruling the planet Earth right now in wickedness, and the only thing he knows is to do Wickedness because he's set up on the left-hand side to do wickedness. But the Lord said, woe unto you, all right? Because what you do, you are in the midst of all this, your whole agenda and aim is to touch what? The apple of the Most High's eye, man. Okay? And when you do that, you fuck up big time. All right? But I think, are you still on that article? Or
Yeah, you got the article. You got more on that word devices?
No.
You got some in the Strong's, you ain't had no more.
That was it.
Blue letter?
That was it.
God, no. You can bring it out.
you
Hey, because hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. So when we see,
this little right here?
yeah, you can just get into. Because when we see things like this with the article the brother is about to read, all right, we know this is just another what? Scheme, plot, propaganda, all right? Hey, grab on Google, like, it's like different types of propaganda. Just type that in on Google. Because Esau's propaganda and his schemes, all right, his circus and bread, his political theater are used to what? Get you jakes more massaged and prepared for this pre-chip and chip, man. All right. So what he did today, well, I think that was today, is just another testimony of Esau's devices, man. What he uses. And we know damn well, and the brother's gonna read it, you got that.
That was on today, was the 27th, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was today.
Today.
All right, this is an
Just
article.
be mindful about the words, you know what I'm saying? Probably not. Just
All right, all right. Biden receives jab. Okay, I'm gonna just read the article. It says President Sleepy Joe may have gotten ahead of the government scientists in announcing prematurely that virtually all Americans would begin getting jab booster.
right. So they're coming out with a new jab, man, or a new and improved so-called jab, an extra booster jab. All right, that people are taking.
And that's why I say, woe to them that buys iniquity and work evil upon their beds. You know, because these people are constantly thinking about how can we, you know, come down on the children of Israel more. You know what I'm saying? How can we, you know, oppress them more that we can obtain the birthright? All right, because the wicked elites of this world know what time it is, man. You know, I'm gonna keep reading the article though. It says, but he made a show of getting his own.
He made a what?
Show
of getting his own, because all America is about is a show, man. All right, putting on a false pretense. All right, and like I told her, like we went into the other day, that Wizard of Oz, man. Look, you need a heart, you need a brain, you need courage, you need to go home. Thinking he knows what everybody needs, man. And behind that Wizard of Oz, man, was an old frail Edomite, man. So that's exactly how he's pulling the strings of the world today. You need this. I know what's best for you. Let's put on the show. So Sleepy Joe went out and so-called got this booster jab and did what? Put on the show for the people, man. Hey, look, it says he went ahead of everybody, ahead of the government, and put on the show, man. Which we know he wasn't getting jabbed, man. He's shooting up the
I got you. I'm gonna go get that word show. I got a definition. The definition says it got a bunch of them, but we are not ignorant to Satan's devices. So it says theatrical production, performance, or companies. Because it was just a show. It was a performance, man. It was a performance. Just to comfort people into doing the same thing, man. Just like who it was that did that. What was that guy, man? I don't even know. I'm not even gonna speak on it. You know, but he got the jab to show that, hey, you know, it's all good. It's all good in the hood here. Get jabbed up, you know? Oh, man, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. And then it says what? Real quick, I'm going to bring this scripture out if you don't mind, but I can.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm looking for this word.
It says, this is Proverbs 3:31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Okay? And what's this devil's ways? This jab, his new world order. That's his way. That is what he's gearing towards. That's what this is. You know, getting geared up everybody to what? You know, to go into the New World Order, man.
Got something right here. This is the definition of political theater. It says political theater, a type of political protest with a theatrical quality. Political acts made only, now this is a political act, right?
Yeah.
Made by so-called president, made only for the sake of appearance. Political stunt, a type of publicity stunt intended to sway public opinion on a political issue.
Publicity stunt, all right? And we know that we know that the president is just a puppet, okay? We know he's just a puppet, meaning he's just an act, all right? He's an actor in a show. This ain't real. This shit ain't real. Wake up. It ain't real. It's a what you say about it was a publicity stunt.
Publicity stunt.
By who? One of the actors that's hired to do the job. Okay? Just like you had Barack Obama, he was an actor, hired to do the job. All right? To rock you goddamn niggas to sleep. All right? We got a black face in the office.
A damn Hamite.
We got a black face. Hey, man, hey, we got a black man in the office. And these niggas is proud, but that was part of his devices, man. All right? And then you had Donald Trump in the office. All right? He was all part of the act, man. All right? This motherfucker let you, and he came on scene and let you know, this is how we feel about you niggas. All right? And then you got Sleepy Joe try to come in and say, we for you niggas. You know? But it's all part of the act, man. Because I'm going to finish in that article.
Mm-hmm. You got some more?
Yeah. It say the president made remarks before he received a jab booster Monday afternoon.
Right.
This is what he said. He said, let me be clear. Biden said before he got the jab, boosters are important. But the most important thing we need to do is get more people jab. Right. The vast majority of Americans are doing the right thing.
Right, and that's the voice of hopelessness, man. The voice of a coward right there, man. Because he's pushing all these people to the forefront to get jabbed, and he's putting on a political theater, a political show, man, in order to influence you people through the methods of what? Propaganda, devices, man. This is just another one of his devices. Propaganda could be one of his devices. The media, all right? Television, sports, so-called actors, right? Like the brother said. How many times this devil has set up false flag, different attacks, terrorist attacks, and you had nothing but crisis actors around it, man, being filmed, all right? So we know he's the master of what? Deception, man.
I got something real quick.
You got it.
I went to go look up that word because he said we need to get more people vaccinated, so I went to go look up the word people. Salaki, I'm tripping out. He said he need to get more people jabbed up, so I'm going to look at the word people. It says human, all right? Now, when you check out that word human, what the word human means?
Man of color.
Man of color. And who is a man of color? The Israelites, man. So this devil is geared up to do what, man? To get at you Israelites, man. All right? To take you down, man. Because this devil is going to ride on you niggas, man. And we here letting you know, man, doing these exhortations, going above and beyond for your whole body, shooting y'all shot, man. Making our call and election sure, at the same time, edifying and warning the people, man. The men of color. You know? Look, check it out, though.
You got one? I got you.
Yeah, but it says a people, nation, all right? And we know that his whole plan is what? Against who? The nation of Israel. Right? You got it, brother.
That's right. Let me see. Make sure we live.
We still live.
All right. It's back in this is Job chapter 5. We'll start at 12. He disappointed, and who's that he talking about? Yahweh shot. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And get that word enterprise out. Because Esau, he wants to fulfill his enterprise. He has a main goal in mind. Because Esau on the left-hand side, man, all right, he is just as sharp as us on the right-hand side, man. So he has a goal in mind. Esau's goal is to chip the whole population, all right? To have the whole population under one currency, one government, one structure, all right? That's on the left-hand side. Us, on the right-hand side, we have one goal in mind. Kingdom under Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, man. King David, man. The 12 apostles, man. All right? A hierarchy. So Esau has his hierarchy, his goals in mind. We have ours, man. Well, who's going to win in the end, man? We know that righteousness will. And it says so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, because we know, and I'm going to get it too, when Esau begins to fill in his belly, the Most High is going to make it rain on him, man. I'm going to grab it right quick.
I got to preach the back end of what you just said. This is Ezekiel 28, and I'm gonna start at 1. It says, the word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of tyrants, thus said the Lord the Most High, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. Let's go back to what you said on the left hand side. You know, they sharp. You know, because what to come through with a big ass plan like this systematically from the beginning, bro. Systematically, you know, with the EBT and the you know, you got the niggas in the ghettos and all, you know what I'm saying, things like that. That was all systematically because he's wiser than Daniel. He studied his prey. You know. All right, it says, there is no secret that they can hide from thee. All right? But that was the point I was getting at right there. All right, because this devil, he set himself up to be like he's the Most High, to try to do what? To jab everybody up, to put his, you know, his serum inside you, because he studied you. He studied you on the left-hand side. And now he's practicing divinations and wickedness on the left-hand side. What? Towards the nation of Israel, man.
Right. And to back you up, it said in that scripture, he likens himself unto the Most High, man. Mm-hmm. And what does the Most High have control of? The souls. He's omnipotent.
He's the Father.
And Esau wants to do what? He wants to be omnipotent. He wants to have a chip in everybody. He wants to know your location at all times, your thoughts, your ideas, man. So he's bucking himself up. But guess what? Through all these things that he's doing, the Most High is going to, you know how they say, they got an old saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, man. And that's what the Most High is going to do to Esau. It's backing you up too. It's Job 20:19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not.
And that's what this devil did. All right, he took the house and he built it not. Even let's go all the way back to our brothers in the Northern Kingdom. All right, so-called discovered America. He took this motherfucker. All right, that's what he did. Okay, but that all goes back to the curses, man. Okay.
Yeah, and if he so-called discovered America, and why with already certain artifacts over here, Olmec heads, you need a Hebrew interpretation, Hebrew and interpreters to even guide and navigate your way through America.
No, he knew that the northern tribe was over here, so he needed Hebrew interpreters. You know,
right?
Because that's the devil, man. He knew it, so that's why he sent them over here.
Right.
You know,
because the northern tribes did what? Spoke Hebrew, man. Mm-hmm. All right. That's right. And it says, all right, back in Job 20, it says, Job 20 and verse 19, the latter end, because he had violently taken away an house which he built not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. And what are these so-called internationals and Amalekites doing? Saving up their riches, storing them up, going in underground bunkers, buying up gold, buying up the world's property, the world's currency, owning banks, all right? Controlling these laws. But that which you say, it says he shall not save of that which he desired. So you're not going to be able to preserve all the things and the ideas and the enterprise that you have and the goals you have in mind. You're not going to be able to save those things. You're not going to be able to save America. You're not going to save your rulership. you're not gonna be able to save your damn self, man, because after that 1,000-year period, you're gonna go extinct, man. We're gonna cut off the males, all right? And when you get into hardcore slavery, Esau, how Jake stood up and was integral for our slavery, although we're slaves, man, we're still with integrity. We know damn he's a basis of man. He can't even handle 0.5%, 0.1% of what Jake has handled in slavery, man. He's a base man. All right. It says it says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. That's right. None of the things you built up, your house won't be left, man. Your philosophies, all your ideologies, those strongholds you put throughout the earth, all that is going to be cut off, man. The scriptures tell you the fashion of this world fadeth away, man. And so will Esau. Esau is the beginning. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of that follow, man. So we're coming up into a new eon, a new age, a new rulership, a new kingdom with new faces, man. Don't you like when you come to when it's the first day of school, all right, and you see all those new faces, you're like, dang, all these new people, man, all right? That's how our rulership is going to be. The trees are going to rejoice. You're going to have fruits that are going to grow from this being GMO to big old oranges, big old apples, man, big old watermelons, man, all right? Clean air. We're going to be one with the animals again, man. We were turned around from the animals pertaining, I believe, Genesis the 9th chapter, man. But we're going to be one with them again. We're going to be in league with them, man. We're going to run with lions, wrestle with lions, man. They're going to be our pets, man. How wonderful is that? The scriptures tell you when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. And we're mourning right now. It says a little bit more. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, speaking of Esau, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Those nuclear missiles, man. You're going to get rained upon, Esau. Those concentrated heat from those laser beams on the chariot, man. That angelic being, Yahweh, man. You're going to get rained upon, Esau. And you know how when Jake get full, he get real relaxed. His blood pressure go up. All right, he just complacent, man. So that's how Esau is with his pride. And then Jacob, I didn't even see some of our old uncles. They'll unbutton unzip they fly, cause of their belly, man. Cause they taking so much, and that's how Esau is, man. The Most High is gonna make it rain upon you, man. You got it, that.
All right, this is like what you said. This Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." All right? So it is a bound that you cannot pass, man. Like when you think you're gonna accomplish everything, the Lord gonna come through with that big upset, man. All right? You touch certain men, you know, it's gonna happen to you, man. You know? Because the thing is that every time the Lord delivered the nation, you know, they was calling out to him, you know. It was crying unto him, you know. Think about it. What father you know is going to allow his child to call out to him, crying to him, and he does nothing, you know. Even, you know, niggas that don't fuck with their kids call them crying or something, you still feel some type of way in the spirit, you know. How much more so the heavenly Father of those his children that are what? That's going to be found blameless and without spot. All right, they did no wrong, and you over here persecuting and doing this to my children, I got something for your ass, you know? That's how the Lord comes.
Right, it says, I got one for you.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
2 Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
All right, even in a sense, like, because we know we pull out for Jake, man, because Jake sleep out here. You know what I'm saying? But the day of the Lord go smack this devil in his face like a thief in the night too. That applies to you too, Esau. Because you so full of pride. I mean, you know it's coming, but hey, you still in the air. You know? It's gonna come to you like a thief in the night, man. You know? Because you comfortable, bro. You comfortable out here thinking that you gonna go forth with your plan, man. That's not gonna happen. All right, because the Lord said it's not gonna happen. And whatever the Lord said you're gonna do, that's what He's gonna do. All right? You're gonna have, the Lord said the deceit and the deceiver are His. All right? You are the one being deceived. All right? Hey, you're the deceiver, and you being deceived. You know what I'm saying? You out here trying to deceive Jay, but your goddamn man is deceived. All right? You are the deceiver, man. You know?
That's right. And it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
See, that's going to Jake, man. All right? Because here we are warning you and telling you the things that's to come. Hey, man, there's devil. But how about the indignation of the Lord? All right, how about the indignation of the Lord, which the Spirit of the Lord is going to be in what them ICBM nuclear missiles. Right. Okay? So when them ICBM nuclear missiles hit this joint, man, and it's weeping the gnashing of teeth, and your holes are and your eyes are being consumed in your holes, and you standing up and your flesh is falling from your bones, hey, that's them ICBM nuclear missiles, man. I was talking with a guy earlier. You know what a sulfur pit is, huh?
Sulfur pit.
A sulfur pit. You know, it's like that shit will fuck you up. All right? But hey, listen, you got to think about that. The Spirit of the Lord, this is what we see every day, a sulfur pit. All right? That shit hurt, that shit burn. But we talking about the Lord's Spirit being in ICBM nuclear missiles here, man. And we talking about the Father of Spirits here, man. All right? What do you want to grab that for me, the Father of Spirits? I believe that's Hebrews 11.
Wait, yeah, you grab it.
Hebrews 11.
Brother. It says, looking for and hasting until the coming of the day, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right, the elements gonna melt with fervent heat, man. All right, you know, like I was saying, like going back to, you know, we're dealing with the Heavenly Father here, man. We're dealing with His Spirit, you know, His indignation. All right. I mean, when the Lord bring forth wrath, you know, this is the ultimate wrath. Okay, as in 12. Huh? 12 now. Kind of bring it out, brother.
All right, this is
because like in that verse it was like the heavens dissolving the earth, and it's literally gonna be a new heaven and a new earth, because that's what that nuclear fire is gonna do to them, and also a new rulership. So all these things are gonna be wiped clean, and then when that smoke clears, you're gonna see the faces of the Lord within these men coming out of that smoke and those flames, synonymous with being that hellfire of America, man. Those that have gotten the victory over the mark.
Right.
all right. So this is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
All right, so we be in the subjection of the Father of spirits, man. Now let's deal with that. We talking about the Father of spirits right here. When a nigga gets shot in the head, to the corner of eye, he's gone. All right? All right, now so we got to deal with the Father of spirits. You don't know if the Lord holding the Spirit, you know, in there, receiving that pain. Now, let's think about these missiles here. All right? Motherfucking missiles come through cleaning up shit. All right? You don't know if the Father of spirits gonna hold your spirit in that body while you feel all of that action, all of that love the Lord showing your dumb ass. The Lord showing you love by putting your ass to death. All right? That's love, because your dumb ass can't get it right. Your dumb ass love Esau. All right? Your dumb ass love chicken. I mean, well, not chicken, but chitlins. You know?
Got you quoting.
Bring it out.
Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
All right, man. So fear not them that kill the body, man. Hey, give me Revelations 2 and 10. Fear not them that kill the body. All right? Because what? This devil is a carnal man. He believes that, you know, that the men of the Lord are going to fear death. All right? But the Lord said what, man? He's going to give us a spirit to overcome death. Because when you read, what you got?
Revelations 2 and 10.
You get Revelation and they overcame. You got to bring that out first.
This is Revelations 2 and 10. It says, fear none of those things. which thou shalt suffer.
No. He got Revelations 2 and 10. I need you to get Revelations 12
and 11.
and 11.
Gotcha.
Baba Bashar.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood. Can I start at 10 now?
Go ahead, brother.
All right. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
All right, because the Most High gonna take this devil down, man. He was gonna be cast out in the earth, man.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Right. His military, man. Because when they had that war, Yahushua and his angels, all right, Yahushua, Salaki, you're gonna have Satan, which is Esau and his angels.
With that, the EU and the NATO and all
Right.
that.
Russia, China, North Korea, all those, because the scriptures tell you why did the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing. So all those nations imagine that they're in the next power seat. So it's going to be a major clash, and guess who's going to come out victorious? We already know, man. Yahushua. And Esau's military, which is really putting him at the top right now, because that's how he rules through his military, they're going to be cast out. And it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Which is Esau and Edom. All right, you put the transgression out there, but then accusers of going off, man. All right, going to him that giveth his brother a strong drink, and he may look upon his nakedness. Go ahead, brother.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony.
All right, so he overcame them by the blood of the Lamb, man. By who? The spirit and power of Yahushua overcame what, man? All right, death, man. All right. So what, man? See, it like now read that Revelations.
This is Revelation chapter
And
2.
you get Revelations 3 and 21.
All right. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, Revelation 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Hey, that's what it said, overcame by the blood of the Lamb, man. All right, be faithful unto death. All right? Because what, man? You're going to have brothers that's going to be, caught up in concentration camp, man. The Lord just said it. You know? So it ain't a might thing. It's not, I might, or this. No, you're going to have brothers that's going to be in there. It's going to what? Overcome by the blood of the Lamb, man. By the increase of the Spirit, man. You got that Revelation 3?
Right, where you want to start, Tom?
21, just read 21.
This is Revelation 3 and 21. It says, to him that overcometh, Yahushua speaking red letters.
Right.
To him that overcometh, there goes
that word overcometh again. Go ahead.
will I grant to sit with me in my throne.
All right, will I grant to sit with me in my throne, man? Go ahead, brother.
Even as I also overcame.
All right. Because Yahushua overcame death, because he said, he conquered that, oh, death, where's thy sting? Go ahead, brother.
And am set down with my Father in his throne.
All right, man. And that's going to be the elect, man. Because the elect is going to be what? Gathered up, man, in that chariot, man. All right? That overcame what? Even like the things of the world. That overcame, Jacob's trouble. That overcame the hour of temptation, man. Through the spirit and power of the Lord, man. Even now, bro. The Lord give us them small increases to what? To overcome. The Lord is exercising our faith now. For us to be what? To be prepared for the times that's to come. Okay? What you have, brother?
I'm still in Revelation 12, the land end. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
That's right, man. And that's in Revelation 21. They looked, it's 12. Yeah, they looked at their lives unto death, man. All right? Because of what, bro? Niggas gonna love their life unto death, man. You had our blessed brothers, man. Things that are written 4 times about learning. Man, you had the 7 mothers and the brother. The 7 brothers and the mother, man. You had Eleazar, man. You had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man. You had Daniel, okay, that loved not their lives unto death, man. And even Abraham, he loved not his life unto death. All right, because what? You got your son, and you just had you got your son growing up, man. He learned everything, teaching him. Now you got to sacrifice, man. You know, and that shows an enormous amount of faith. That's what we're gonna need, man, to overcome, man. We're gonna need the faith of Abraham, bro. Okay, the faith of Eliezer, bro. The faith of the 7 brothers and the mother. The faith of Stephen, right? You're gonna need Stephen. So like, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. To make it, you know what I'm saying? We in there.
Thank you, Lord. Because in that last point, make it over this, it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which we know is Yahushua, which their blood is the truth, and by the word of their testimony. And see, the word of there, which is us, the word of our testimony, is the same testimony of Yahushua. It's Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant.
So the angel was like, man, hold up, hey, don't worship me. I'm a servant just like you, brother. Go ahead, huh?
And of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua.
And what's the testimony of Yahushua? Go ahead.
Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
And that's the spirit of prophecy, bro, to tell you that, hey, these times are coming, man. These things are coming, all right? We come to prophesy the downfall of the wicked kingdom that we're in, because there's going to be what? It's going to be a new Jerusalem that's going to come out, all right? The place where it says that, look, matter of fact, give me Hosea 1:10. It's Bible for sure. You know? Because what?
And no longer the people, it should be
said. So that's the spirit of prophecy right there. You motherfuckers are going down, man. You motherfuckers are going into captivity. What you gonna do with the Lord, man? Nothing. You on corner, all right? So, hey, look, we prophesied at the place that it said we are not the children of the Most High, because you put Jezreel Bourget up there. When you look at that devil, what does an Israelite see when he's looking at that? He don't see salvation. These same people that did what? They raped, robbed, and murdered, and did all for centuries and whatnot. And I'm supposed to look for salvation to somebody that look like these motherfuckers? No, we come to prophesy. We come to prophesy about the new Jerusalem. We come to prophesy about a new Savior. All right? Which is Yahushua. All right? Go ahead.
Never hit me up.
I'm sweating this over. But it's good. It's all. Go ahead, run it out.
All right, this is Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Because we are the sand. We like the sand of the sea. They'll sit up there and say that, man, you remember in school? I remember in school, we used to have to fill out these minority papers so we could get free lunch.
Yeah.
Bitch ass niggas. All right, go ahead, huh?
It says, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
And that's here in America, man, and across the whole motherfucking earth. All right? Because what? In China, when they see a nigga, they gonna recognize him as what? A nigga, as a proverb. But then, the spirit of prophecy is coming to let you know that, hey, bro, the same place where y'all say that the Israelites are not the Most High people, these niggas, these African Americans, these blacks, you know, these niggers, hey, we are gonna be established that we are Yasha, man. Here, in your face, in the face. You know?
Yep, Judah and Israel should be oppressed together, man.
All right.
We're here in our captivity right now, man.
That's right.
Babylon is in the Vatican. Babylon is in London. All right? Babylon is America, man.
That's right.
And a clear, spiritual eye will point direct signs to America, man.
That's right. Because it say Judah and Israel are oppressed together, man. All right? Because, hey, listen, when you do your history, everything west of the Mississippi from 1794 was called what? Mexico. So-called Mexico. But doing what that was Americans say they feel like they should have their right to establish more land. I forgot the exact words, but that's where you get the American-Mexican War, and that's where you get the British-Mexican War, and that goes back to what when he was talking in Deuteronomy, Genesis 49, when he said Issachar is an ass cross between two birds. All right, and they said, and you know, and that goes into whenever they was being, I believe it was 1944 to not 1944. So I don't want to misquote the dates, but I know that it was the Mexican-American War and the Mexican-British War going on at the same damn time, caught between two birds, man. And it took them 4 years to take down the tribe of Issachar, man. So yeah, hey, Israel and Judah was oppressed together. Well, here in America, which is known as Babylon. All right.
Yeah, it says the Mexican War was fought between Great Britain, the U.S., and Mexico between 1845 and 48.
All right, 1845 and what?
1848.
All right, bro. And then look up that was the Mexican what?
Mexican American.
Now look up Mexican British. Man. It was going on at the same time, right? Same fucking time. Issachar is the ash crossed between two birds. And it took them down. I want to say 4 years. I don't want to be wrong, but it took him a long damn time to take down Issachar, man. Issachar was putting it on his ass, Yeah. So but this is the place where it was said that we are not the Most High's people, man. All right, mainly here, man. Because what? That's what this devil's whole agenda is, man. Even it goes back all the way to the scriptures, man. In they was 1776, whenever the first movement of the Bible destruction group was to take out the Apocrypha, and they wasn't successful until the 1800s. All right, that was all the move to do what, man? To say that we are not the Most High people, man. Because if they had left the Apocrypha up in the Bible, we wouldn't be having this discussion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We probably be out this bitch already. But everything has to be what? Set up according to his appointed time and to fulfill prophecy. But you got it out.
That's right. All right. And I had a quick one because what the brother was going into back along Revelation, man, those certain people, and it all comes with, like we brought out earlier, not being ignorant of Satan's devices, being instructed by the Lord, knowing who your enemy is, knowing how to move and will and deal spiritually, man, not to take this jab, not to fall into the wiles of the devil. It all comes with the shoes we're trying to fill, man. That's why we say Abratazah, Lord willing, man. Because we know we gotta fill. Like we were talking about before before this lesson. We're gonna have to judge angels, man. All right? It said, know ye not that ye shall judge angels? So how much more the affairs of this life, man? So we're called to a big calling. Therefore, we got to live our daily lives by that, man. Diligently seeking his word and his truth. It's Matthew 22:2. It says, and the kingdom of heaven, Salakia, is likened unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding. And they would not come. And they would not come. Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready coming to the marriage. And that's what we're doing on the highways and byways. We're telling them like, look, the supper of the Lamb is approaching, man. Come get ready for this wedding. Come get ready for this new rulership. Come get ready for the kingdom. All right? Get your tuxedo, your spiritual tuxedo on. Which is this truth, this word, the helmet of salvation. Get your protection, man. We selected a venue. The Most High already selected a venue. All right? You got to select a venue for a marriage. It's here in America, man. America's the venue that's going to be destroyed, man. All right? Then you got what? You got a bride, which is Israel, right? You got a groom, which is Yahushua, man. That bridegroom. So we have a certain task being a part of that spiritual, all right, house of Israel. It says, But they made light of it, which our people do. They don't take heed to it. All right, they ignore our instructions. They don't consider. It says, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise, back into the world, man, caring for the things of the world. We told him the truth on how it was about. It was broken down for him to the simplest form, and he went back to the ways of the world. He went back to his job. He went back to his business. All right,
Go back to the bench.
yeah. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid them to the marriage. That's why the scriptures tell you that buy the truth and sell it not. All right, because when you bid, we're saying what? Hey man, look, come get this word. Isaiah 31:1, Proverbs 10:2, Proverbs 21:1, Revelation 13:10. Like synonymously calling them out. That's how you do it at auction, right? This part, that part. So we're spiritually bidding onto them to the marriage, but they don't consider, man. They don't consider the severity of the situation.
Here we is giving you the key to life through the spirit and body. How about you, our shop for the free? But you got these other niggas charging you $400 when you pass over package. The fuck, you know?
Yeah.
You was done on that?
They got a bit more.
I would say you gotta read 10, 11, and 12.
It says, so those servants went out unto the highways, and gathered together all as many as they found, both good and bad, and the wedding was furnished with guests.
Come on.
And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw that a man which had not on a wedding garment.
Had not on a wedding garment. Hey, kid.
Ecclesiastes 9:8.
Oh, no, not that one. Let me get Revelation 16 and 15. Hey, yeah, no. But it said, hey, it had not a wedding garment, man. And what's that wedding garment?
I'm going to read this out real quick. It's one verse for you, bro.
Go ahead, brother.
Ecclesiastes 9:8. Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head lack no ointment.
All right. It said, let the garments always be white, man. And we know that white represents righteousness. Okay?
Right.
All right. And it says he found one without a wedding garment. And that wedding garment, you know, that represents the, I'm going to get it real quick. Shalaki. It's 19 and 19. Yeah, all right. Okay, look, this is Ecclesiastes 19 and 19. For the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do it that pleases him, so like that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. And that's what that garment represents, man. The doctrine of life. So he was found in the wedding without what? The doctrine of life. Keep reading. Well, you keep reading out.
All right. It's back in Matthew 22. It says Matthew 22 and 11. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw that a man which had not on a wedding garment.
He wasn't fucking with the laws, shape of faces, shaved like out to a crisp. Huh? He probably had pork on his breath, you know? Go ahead, brother. Adultery in the system. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment?
Boy, what is you doing up here? Hey, boy, do you not know the Lord's name? Go ahead, out.
And he was speechless.
He couldn't say shit for himself. And that's 9 times out of 10 with Jake. When Jake fucked up, Jake can't say he ain't got shit to say for himself. Not a damn thing. He's got that big dumb dick look on his face. Go ahead, brother.
Right, and it says, and then the king said to the servants, bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
And that's the missiles, man. That's going to wreak havoc on your ass. Now, brother, read that Revelation that you got.
This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief.
All right, that's the day of the Lord. He come as a thief. All right, when you're not looking for it. All right? Because right now, our people are being slept and dumbed down with social media, likes, you know, anything, bro, anything. because Jake attention span is like this, you know? When shit look like it's a little bit, it's okay. Well, ain't nothing really destructive happen, you know? Then Jake go back to follies. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments."
Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment. It's not talking about a physical garment. It's talking about your spiritual garment. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
"Lest he walk naked and they see his shame."
Lest he walk naked and she can see his shame, brother. Now, let's read about the marriage that the brother was bringing out. You got it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Go ahead, run it out.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 42. It says, "I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praise the Lord with songs."
All right.
A new song.
That's right, brother.
Verse 43, "And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly."
All right. He said crown. That's the marriage. That is the marriage. All right. The bride, which is the elect, was being joined back to who? Yahushua. All right. Because he said in with the book of Jeremiah, he said, "Well, I liken the nation of Israel to a comely, delicate woman." All right. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 44, "So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal."
They put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, man. All right? Because it starts with what? Fear of the Lord, man. To put on the immortal starts with the fear of the Lord, man. And throughout the time of your journey, the Lord will increase your faith, man, to the point to where you're going to be in the sense of we immortals, man. All right?
That's your precept.
Go keep reading, brother.
All right. And have confessed the name of the Most High.
And confess the name of the Most High, man. All right? That's going to be them same brothers like Peter and John and James and Stephen out there, prophesying, all right? And bringing forth the name of the Lord and telling these Edomites that you're going into slavery, all right? And telling Jake he's going to be put to death if he don't come back and serve the Heavenly Father, man, and do the will of the Father. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "Now are they crowned and receive palms."
All right, they crowned, man. In this wedding, we receive it, Lord willing, we are that number. We receiving them crowns, all right? Because this is the marriage. Go ahead, all right?
And then a palm tree represents victory.
That's right, brother. You're right. You're right. Go ahead.
Verse 46, "Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands?"
Yahushua. Go ahead.
47, "So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world."
I love this part coming up. Go ahead, brother.
"Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord."
That stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. That stood so stiffly is heavy, bro. That stood so stiffly is looking death in the face, saying, fuck all that. That stood so stiffly is coming out of her, man. All right? That stood so stiffly is is holding fast and staying faithful until death, man. That's right, brother.
It's 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep."
Hey, because not everybody gonna be put to death. So that statement that, man, we all die. No, shut the fuck up. All right? We all not gonna die, man. All right? The Lord says some shall not sleep, man.
"But we shall all be changed."
Then we shall all be changed, man, out of these vile bodies, man. All right? These vile bodies are subject to what? Sin, sickness, ailments, and even our Apostle Paul. He said he had a thorn in the side, but they never said what it was, but he had a thorn in the side. Go ahead, brother.
"Behold, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed."
All right, we shall be changed, man. All right, in the fashion of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, and he said, the liberty what? So like not the liberty, but read up a little bit. Read it again.
It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
All right, the last trump. And what's that last trump? That last trump represents, that represents the destruction of the fixed and our salvation. All right, simultaneously. All right, because when you read the book of Job, it tells you he should deliver thee out of the what? The sixth trump, I believe, right? Okay? Go ahead, bro.
And we shall be changed, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
So we must put on immortality, man.
Yeah.
All right?
Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom, man.
That's right. And that's why we don't have them Bible to go in and out, man. All right? In a twinkle of an eye. Thus said the Lord.
And we shall be changed, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
And that's what Yahushua did, man. That's why he is worthy to be praised, man. All right? You guys is talking about we don't have to praise Yahweh, praise Yahushua, pray unto Yahushua. Man, you are bugging. You are full of madness. All right? Our big brother swallowed up death, man. Swallowed up death like, death, where's my sting? And you want to talk about he's not worthy to give alms to? Not worthy to pray unto? You know, to get to the boy?
Yeah.
Y'all out of pocket, man. And every idle word that you niggas speak, you shall give account for in the day of wrath, man. What you got?
It says, "O death, where is thy sting?
Oh, death, where's my sting?
O grave, where is thy victory?"
Where's the victory? We're not worried about that shit. The Lord with Yahushua was not worried about that, man. Because what, bro? And I say this, it's not that fear death, it's just how you're gonna die. You know? That'd be more the tip of, with people. It's like it's not that they, okay, I'm dead, but it's the way they're gonna die, Because it's fear, fear is a big ass tool, man. That's how they scared a lot of people, and they still today. They still believe in hell because it was a fear tactic.
Right. Anything else? All right. Well, Lord willing, this message has been edifying. We're gonna face the east and give honors, double honors and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well and worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akia, pushing out this truth across the four corners during this last 60 time. Until next time, Baba, Call me Shalom.
Shalom.